Hello friends, so welcome to the eighth chapter, which is based on the alphabet H. H stands for honesty, humbleness, and habits. Talking about honesty, one needs to be honest and keep up integrity to attract wealth and also maintain it. A lot of people tell me that a lot of rich people, extremely rich people, they are dishonest and they are not putting their money in the right things. So, for which the only answer is that please understand, if you do good karma after achieving success in life, you will get only good, because karma is actually the third law of motion. Every action has got equal and opposite reaction. You do something good, you will get good. If you do something bad, you will get also bad. And you have to face it in this life only. A lot of people say, especially Hindus, they say, oh, we have so many janmas pending. So, we will rectify it in the next Janma, which is not true. Whatever bad you do, knowingly or unknowingly, you will face it in this life only. So, if somebody is doing dishonest work, they will have to face the karma which is generated out of it. Karma is one thing which even the avatars like Lord Rama or Lord Parashuram or even Lord Krishna could not ignore it. So karma, whether you are, we are only common human beings, what are in front of avatars. So please understand that if we do some wrong karma after achieving success, we'll have to face it. Who to ask? Your own heart. So honest to what? Honest to yourself, to your profession, to your society, and law. You don't have to ask anybody. You can ask your own consciousness by putting your hand on your heart and just ask the heart what is good and what is bad. The inner voice will talk to you. Some people argue with me saying that, oh, we are in business. So if we are 100% honest and by giving taxes, GST, income tax, then we'll be on the roads. We'll not save a rupee. I don't agree with that, because there are several tax saving investments and charity which will not only grow but also give you substantial saving in your taxation. Appoint a good auditor, take their advice, and based on that, take your decision. Here, friends, I want to tell you a beautiful story about ultimate honesty anybody can show. I'm sure you have heard of a king called Harishchandra Taramati. Harishchandra Taramati was a king and he always led his life with dharma, and never he has told a lie or anything wrong he has done in his life. He was so cautious and he was extremely famous and loved by all because of that nature. One day the Lord of Dharma, Shani Dev, wanted to test him, that how honest is he? Will he crumble under the, if anything extreme happens, will he start doing wrong things in Dharma? So, for which what happened, Shani Dev, you know what he does. So, he was a king, and then one of the neighboring kings, it seems, attacked his kingdom and took over the entire kingdom and threw him and his wife and his son, old around, he was around 15 or 20 years old, and they threw these three people out. Harishchandra Taramati and his wife and son were on the roads. They were having not even uh, money to even afford a meal, and the things became so bad that he had to sell his wife to slavery. And then, because after a few days, his son could not tolerate the extreme poverty, his son died. And when his son died, he did not have money to even cremate him. So he was under such a precarious condition, and a lot of people tempted him at that time, saying that, oh, why don't you do this? Why don't you rob? Why don't you? Oh, nothing will happen. That kind of a thing. They tried to tempt him. But no, Harishchandra Taramati did not bend to even these extreme condition and kept up the dharma, which any one of us can actually crumble under that kind of a pressure. So what happened is that he continued to do the dharma, and somehow he managed the cremation of his son. And then the gods realized, Shanidev realized that he is the true person who will maintain dharma under any condition. And lo and behold, within a second, he, with his magic wand, just restored his entire kingdom. He restored his wife and restored his dead son also, which was only an illusion created by Shanidev. So this story, friends, teaches us that honesty always pays. Somebody said honesty is the best policy. I say in business, honesty is the only policy. So, friends, lead your life with honesty and integrity. Nobody can touch you. When you are on the right side of the law, nobody can touch you, friends. Yes, there are cases where people have been, arrested and detained because of mischief of some set of people. But then, satyameva jayate, ultimately the truth will triumph. So don't get scared, friends. If you're on the right side of the law, you're honest. Nobody on this earth can touch you, and the Lord will always be with you. It has happened several times in my life, and I have that deep faith that always be honest and you will be loved by all and appreciated by all. And your business reputation will also grow. H also stands for humbleness. Humility is the greatest jewel one can possess. If you notice, all the top richest people in this world are extremely humble. Take the example of Narayan Murthy, Azim Premji, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett. They are all so humble people, so humble. If you are not humble, you will tumble and then you will crumble. I'm sure you know about Abdul Kalam. Some of you would have not met him, but definitely you agree with me that he was one of the most humble person ever who became the president of India. He was so humble, friends, that after becoming the president also, he used to sleep on the floor. He used to take only 1 rupee salary. And when he was detained, during the time of 9/11 in the US, in the US airport, because his name was a Muslim name, he did not get upset. In fact, he told the security guys, carry on with your duty. You're just doing your duty. Can any one of us be like that, friends? In my life, friends, I have been lucky to meet Abdul Kalam ji twice in my life, because when I was in Rotary during the presidentship, we were doing a project with ISRO. So at that time, he was the head of ISRO, and he had come to Bangalore for one of the projects, and he was the kind of a chief guest of that particular function which we had organized. So I have shaken hands with him, and I have met him personally. I have no words for praises for this person. I think all of us should role model him and become like him. Greatest example is of Ravan. Ravan, whose actual name was Dashanand. All of you know he was a very, very talented and knowledgeable person. He was so knowledgeable. That's why Ravan is always shown with 10 heads. A lot of people ask why these 10 heads. The 10 heads are actually for so much of knowledge he had, so many qualities he had, that even 10 heads were not enough to keep that knowledge in. That's why Ravan is always shown with 10 heads, that a person with so much of knowledge that he needs 10 heads to store it. And in fact, the name Ravan was given by Lord Shiva because Ravan was one of the first person who vocally sung the Vedas. He sung the Vedas, and that is how Lord Shiva was extremely impressed with him and gave him the name Ravan, and in fact blessed him also. But then I don't know what happened with Ravan, that suddenly ego and arrogance started coming into him, and humility had gone for a six. Then he started attracting all bad energy in his life. And rest is history, friends. Such a talented person, such a knowledgeable person, such a powerful person meets with an end only because he was not humble. So, friends, when you have ego, ego, edging God out. Ego stands for edging God out, or it also means eradicating goodness in yourself. All the goodnesses in you people will forget if you have ego. The third H stands for habits. I have told earlier the word habit is a peculiar word. HABIT. You remove H, a bit remains. You remove B, A, you get bit remains. You remove B, it remains. So when you remove I, T remains. So habits are very, very difficult to remove, friends, because it is in your deepest subconscious or your unconscious mind. So cultivate good habits like good reading, having these things, learning things about good people, which you will get motivated. These good habits should help you and others also. Just like one nail can only remove another nail, all bad habits can be transformed by replacing it with some good habits. So shun those habits which are harmful to others and to yourself. For example, smoking. Smoking is definitely not good for you beyond a particular point. Maybe just one or two cigarettes in a day is not a problem, but if it exceeds, let's say, 8 or 10 cigarettes, then it is definitely a word of caution is required here. A lot of people say that I want to change, I want to change myself, I want to leave smoking. How do I do? Friends, plenty of techniques nowadays are available, especially me and my wife. We run therapies for people where they can leave these kind of habits almost within few days. Like in NLP, there is a very powerful technique called as the swish technique, which is mentioned in my book NLP in Your Daily Life, by which you can reframe and rename the habit which is you want to change in your life. Deeper ones are there in your unconscious mind, which can be removed by hypnosis. So if you take hypnosis sessions from us 4 or 5 times, and we can even do it online, friends, nowadays. Post COVID, it's not possible for everybody to travel. People get scared also. We can take a Skype or a Zoom call in which we will guide you into deeper hypnosis, and you will be able to leave those kind of habits in as low as about 8 to 10 days. To leave alcohol, there is a very beautiful technique which Alcohol Anonymous they follow. They say whenever you get an urge of to drink alcohol, just say to yourself 3 4 times, "Today I will not drink. Tomorrow I will drink. Today I will not drink. Tomorrow I will drink." So with what happens is you are postponing your bad habit. Every time you're saying that, that bad habit is getting postponed. So what happens with the subconscious mind after some time? That desire doesn't come at all. People leave that desire. Of course, now because of NLP and hypnosis, plenty of techniques, friends, are available. If you or any of your friends want this help, you can please write to us, and you can maybe put a comment also in YouTube, and we will get in touch with you instantly. And you can even write to my email ID, which is also there in the YouTube in the description. So friends, I hope you enjoyed this chapter. Please inculcate even little of this in your life and see how your life changes in the next few years. I'm sure you'll become a very, very successful person. Thank you, and God bless each one of you.